Welcome live viewers, welcome replay viewers to my broadcast. I am simulcasting on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, all with the same username everywhere, Tiffany TLC Music, all my own music except one song written for me. Most of the music is modern American folk, I would say. Most of it's on acoustic guitar, but I also do some vocal looping and bluesy songs, which are fun. And I come on most weekdays at some point between like 5:30 and 6:15 p.m. Pacific time, more or less. For usually about 3 or 4 songs and some chatting for those who are able to make it live. I am today thinking of income inequality. Definitely no worries. The others are less certain. Income inequality, maybe. I want to live before I die, maybe. I was thinking, I probably need another slow song too. I don't know. I don't know what that other one might be. TikTok. My Boys, maybe My Boys. That would be nice. All right, getting a plan together here. Yeah. Could be judgment free. I still have remnants of a mini headache / migraine, unbelievably. It's been an incredible week that way. So I may not be up for judgment free, but I could see that too, possibly. So I think I will start with, maybe I'll start with a mellow song. I'll start with My Boys, just to kind of ease into this. If you are live, please be aware that I can only see you if you say hello, in which case your hello will show up here. So everybody on all the platforms can see it, including me. I can't see stars and hearts and things like that given on the various platforms, although that would probably be great to do anyway, trying to boost the algorithm. But in terms of me seeing things, it's like chatting, putting emoticons in the chat, stuff like that. All right, so let's do My Boys. This is a song about my 2 sons when they were little and super cute. They're still super cute, even though they're huge. My youngest son is 6'7". Yes, you heard me right. With a bright red dollop of red hair on top. I'm talking red. I'm not talking auburn. I'm talking bright red. Well, hair color red. Oh, you know what? I forget there's a strumming part in this song, so I gotta make sure it's not too loud. The picking has to be quiet so that the strumming isn't peaking. Oops. When Elliot smiles, his light it fills the room. When he senses your sadness, his eyes they fill with gloom. He'll invite you to play with a car or a ball, with his eyes and red hair shining like a star for us all. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, full to the sun. I breathe them in, I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears, so dear. I draw them near. Keegan has questions like raindrops on leaves, filling the earth, growing such beautiful things. His insights abound. He loves thinking things through. Dark, dirty Jesus' stories and his little brother too. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, bow to the sun. I breathe them in, I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears, so, so dear, I draw them near. They sit, heads together, hair intertwined, along with their hands, along with their minds. Keegan reads the book, Elliot looks on. I take it all in, hey, before it is gone. I'm so glad to see you, Carrie. I was a little worried about you. My boys are like flowers, white petals open, bow to the sun. I breathe them in, I fall to my knees, cheeks wet with tears, so, so dear, I draw them near. So good to see you. I draw them near. So you've been deeply involved with Claire's Kickstarter. What's the latest? When's the due date for that? I need to. I want to go on and pre-order her album. What's the due date for that? When's it expired? I accept that I'm not the only one who has your heart, Carrie. Yes. But how, what have you been doing? Like I mean, once it's set up, doesn't it kind of run itself, or maybe promoting it? But I haven't seen you usually I see your tweets a lot. Oh, tonight is the deadline. Holy shit. Oh boy. Tonight by when? Can you send me a link as part of your promotional activity, and I'll try to do it. I'll try to make because you pre-order her album, right? That's kind of the thing you do with it at the very minimum. I'm sure you can donate more, but I would like to do that. She's so awesome. Awesome. Okay, but can you send me the link? Sorry to burden you, but can you send it through? Because I'm not going to be able to get that easily. I might. I guess I can dig into my Facebook broadcast to see that. But it'd be easier if you send it, if it's not too inconvenient for you, if you send it by Messenger. Is it hard to do Kickstarter? I don't mean create a Kickstarter. I mean pay something to someone on Kickstarter. I don't think I've ever done that. I'm not sure if I've done that. Maybe I've done it once, but it's been so long. Is it pretty straightforward? It's like a PayPal thing. I'm making you do more work on the Kickstarter, even when you're trying to take a break. Anyway, let's do. I have a bit of a migraine. I've had a horrible week with migraines for some reason, and so I want to do a fast song, and I think I'm going to, but I hope it's not overwhelming. I want to live before I die. Let's see. Okay. All right. Here we go. Well, there's also Judgment Free. But I think I want to do this one. Hi, Terry. Thanks, Carrie. Terry and Carrie, you guys guys rhyme and you're off and on at the same time. Ooh, that rhymed too. All right, here we go. How's it going, Terry? What's the latest? So good to see you. Just wanna live Friday. She is so much I wanna give, so much that I wanna be. That is it. Here I come, I'm giving all that I've got in me. You know I really wanna live before I die. I'm going up with a sigh. I just wanna live before I die. I just wanna live. Yes, she is. It's true. Whenever I want to listen to some good music, just go on to Periscope Musicians and Friends, see what's been posted. How are things going, Terry, in general? I know thinking the numbers are, well, I don't know. I'm thinking the hospital stuff is still fine in terms of COVID. The numbers have been fluctuating up and down. And they're talking about a huge surge. Have you heard that? In fall and winter, 100 million new cases, with also significant hospitalization stuff going on. All right, so we did I Want to Live Before I Die, survived that fairly well considering the migraine. Yes, I have it's a bad headache, light migraine. A bit of a surge right now, but it's going to be, so it's been a little surgy, huh? Is that be a new adjective? But did you hear about the predicted 100,000 new cases? And they're saying it will depend hugely on whether people vax up and do their boosters. Well, we'll see. We'll see about that. So I did my boys, and I'm gonna live before I die. And I think I want to do. I think I want to do. I don't know if I want to do it, but I'm going to do income inequality, and then I'm gonna definitely want to end on no worries, unless there's some other requests. I definitely want to end on no worries, no matter what. So, unless there's another request right now, I will do income inequality. I'm more flexible about doing that though. So if somebody would rather I do something else, I can do that. While I'm looking for income inequality, which I just found, my hand is going to the capo. If anybody puts in something else they want instead of income inequality. Yeah. Yeah, so good luck with that. I know, I'm so sorry. It's hard enough being part of the US, you know, when shitty things happen, but at least, Willie, how are you doing? Willie's aunt passed away just Tuesday, right? I hope your family's doing all right. I was just saying, at least I'm glad I at least live in California, because it's a little bit of sanity. A little bit of sanity. Terry and I are lucky that way. All right. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Willie. How is your family holding up? Okay, let's see. So this is a song about income inequality, how pervasive and unrecognized it and its effects really are, and why that matters. How much better things could be if it wasn't that way. Thanks, Carrie. Income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. Yay! The irony that's plain to see in studies of rich countries is that income equality helps even the most wealthy with better public health. For medicine, for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. By nearly every measure we can read, from trust to obesity, mental health to life expectancy, all are better off we see. Even the most wealthy, for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. Mike Manley, have you been on before? I was thinking when I saw you, it was Mike Alford. Why am I forgetting his last name? Anyway. And with research we can see, without financial worry, people volunteer, really create higher quality with greater ingenuity. For income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosive corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality, from income inequality. We must break free. But then we would be surprised to see better fruit from an apple tree growing in the shade, punished so it will obey. People are the same, we know today, for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality, from income inequality. We must break free. It's not about what he deserves. There's a reason for every single swerve. When people falter, they're in need. The solution is recovery. Help to be all we can be, for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality, from income inequality. We must break free. Just imagine the possibilities with innovation flowing freely on without the massive waste we see from tracking time and money and punishing those in need, for income equality can set us all free. Mike, thank you so much, from Brisbane, Australia. You play songs on the keyboard. That's awesome, Willie. Have you been doing that lately? For a smile, Lily picked strawberries today, and some actually made it to the basket. Oh, that's great. That's so cute. I'll bet they were very sticky by the time they made it to the basket. So, Mike, have you been on before? I don't remember if you have or not, but it's so good to have you. So I'm just gonna do one last song. No worries. I've had a couple very challenging things this week. That's cool. Have you thought about broadcasting your playing? Not that you have to. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I sure do like being on here. It's just a nice way to connect with people and kind of let off some steam and shake off the stress, so to speak, and have some connection. All right, so No Worries is a song that I like to mention two things about. One is not another excuse to get down on oneself. You've been worrying too much. Stop worrying. No. It's an invitational song, like, did you know that you could feel better and help your problems better by not banging your head about them in the middle of the night? So it's more like an invitational song than a shaming song. It's definitely not meant to be that. It is also not about not having problems, because I don't believe there's any such thing. Certainly there are people that deal with fewer problems than others, but oh, I didn't know that, Willie. I hear you, Carrie. Willie, send me a link. I didn't know you streamed your thing. I probably see you as live music or singer-songwriter pages. Oh, like maybe you share the broadcast. You mean as like what are your other handles? Because I do have people that share my broadcasts that are like, you know, something music productions or something, stuff like that. Anyway, so no worries. I don't know if any of you ever worry about anything, but I have been known to do that. Ah, I see, live music. Thank you for sharing. All right, here we go. That's awesome. Anyway, so good to have you. This will take us out tonight. If I start to worry or fretful and hurry, dot, dot, dot. I slow, something's wrong. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to figure out what's going on exactly. What the heck? That's not right. This has never happened to me before in this song. Maybe I'll just play it again, like I'll pretend nothing happened. It'll just flow this time. If I start to worry, or fretfully hurry, I slow things down and focus within and on around. I focus with self-empathy on what I think and feel and need on each thing I sense and do. On step one. Problem-solving time and planning a find will be. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Dot, dot, dot is my song about my triplet girlfriends. Sometimes I think my connection to normality is strained. It started in 1968 when I was born, Carrie. That's the year I was born. December of 1968. Just giving away my age, which you already know. But anyway, such a lovely Friday party we had. Thanks for being with me, all y'all live and people on replay as well. I appreciate you. Carrie, Terry, Mike, Willie, others. Thank you. Always such a treat, especially when people can come on live and chat. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I love the connection. So I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. I do not come on the weekends. Well, you know what, Carrie? It's funny you say that because my mom and dad both felt they were a little too old. Yank, Willie. A little too, that they kind of missed it a little bit. Like they definitely grew up during their school years. They were very much more in the 50s mold, and their cultural environment was more 50s-ish. They both felt like they had missed something great, but they both, to some extent, tried to make up for that a little bit in their early 20s. So they both, like, they started, like, they bought a yeah, maybe. They feel like they sort of missed it, but they both tried to make up for it. They bought, like, when they were married, they bought a kick wheel, and they started making pottery and going to craft fairs and selling their pottery. And my dad took up acoustic guitar and singing, like, folk songs. And what was the other thing? Oh, well, then when they divorced and my mom moved separately, like, you know, we had 10 acres with, like, somebody living in a school bus on our property, you know, that sort of thing going on. So, and we lived in an area that had a number of, like, communes and stuff. We lived in our physical, like, town, you know. So I don't know. Because my parents were born, I think it's 45 and 48. So when were you born, Carrie? Because if you were a little, I don't know. Somehow they felt like they had missed it, kind of. But in any event, thanks for being with me, everybody. I'm going to put up my little blurb here, even though it'll wipe the comments off the page, but it's important to get this up here. I will be able to see comments going all the way back to the beginning, regardless, but Carrie, you said 1950. Okay. Right. So there you go. That makes sense then. So you were a little bit younger, a little bit more in that during your school years. That's exactly it, jibing with what they had said. They felt they were a little too late for it somehow. Well, they were a little too old for it somehow. But that didn't stop them from trying. Anyway, thanks for being with me. Hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Oh, yeah, right? Totally. The Partridge Family. That was a great show. Thanks for being with me, Mike. It's so great to have you on live. TLC to all of you from me. And hope to see you again next time. Hopefully all will be well, and I'll be back on my normal time Monday. And see y'all real soon. See y'all real soon. You hear? Have a good weekend. Bye.